I mean, I got a call on August the 4th of 2017 at 7:07 p.m. that changed my life and my family's life forever. I was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer. And to have been in the battle and gone through 6 months of chemotherapy every 2 weeks for 48 hours, I think it tests your will to live. It plays a lot of mind games. I had unbelievable support from the Blackhawks, who I was working for at the time as a broadcaster, and my family, my wife Diana. We've been married, 38 years, and I would have quit if it wasn't for her, because the therapy and the challenge of going through this disease, not only physically but mentally, it broke me down. I had never quit at anything, Bree, in my life, but I was ready to quit. And my wife grabbed me and gave me the greatest inspirational speech I ever had. And I've been in a lot of locker rooms, and I've been around a lot of people that are motivators. And my wife told me, you gotta fight. You gotta fight for me, you gotta fight for our kids, and you gotta fight for all the people that love you. And I needed that at my lowest. So what I did was I put my hockey helmet back on, and I just said, you know what, I'm just gonna go day to day. And I'm gonna rinse and repeat. I'm gonna wake up, and yeah, I'm gonna have bad days, but you know what, because I was thinking about it, Bree, I was trying to get through my second treatment when I was ready to quit. I still had 10 to go. How am I gonna get through those 10? So I had to reset. And okay, I'm just gonna try to get through today, and then when I get through today, I'm gonna get through tomorrow. So that was kind of my approach. But I think the one thing that I did learn about myself is that I was way tougher than I ever thought I was.
Eddie played 16 rugged seasons in the NHL, but it was cancer that tested his limits.
I'm glad I'm the one that got sick, because of knowing the day-to-day that goes on is when you are in the battle, not only physically and taking the medicine, but also the psychological part of it.
Now, 6 years cancer-free, Eddie wants to be an example for others.
You need to know your own body. You need to see and feel signs. If you're not feeling good, or if something is not right, if something is off, you need to raise your hand and say, hey, I need some medical help. And I think that to understand is you're not alone as well. There's plenty of help. Get detection early if you can, but whatever it is, it doesn't even have to be cancer, Bree. It could be anything. Is if you know that you're just not feeling right, get peace of mind.
One of the most important things to Eddie during his battle was making sure if the worst happened, his family and friends knew he loved them.
I was taught at a very young age is always let the most important people in your life know how you feel about them. Tell them you love them. Send them a text. Pick up the phone. Go see them. Give them a hug. Because tomorrow is not given for anybody. I don't care, it doesn't matter what it is. I was very much at peace when I was going through my battle, because if I never opened up my eyes again during my battle, at least my family knew how I felt about them. And the people that meant the most to me knew how I felt about them.
Even after winning the battle, Eddie still deals with the mental effects of surviving.
As a survivor, I am dealing with survivor's guilt. And that is something that I am getting help on, and know that it is something that is very real. Because when I get contacted a lot by people that are battling the disease or have family members that are battling, when somebody isn't able to survive, that is very tough to absorb. And my loved one didn't make it, but you did, and that's hard. I'm going to deal with this the rest of my life, and I hopefully continue to stay clean and clear, but there's still the psychological part of it. And when I walk into Northwestern Hospital back in Chicago, where I had my treatments and have my checkups, I'm like one of my two labs, Daisy and Lily, who are 8.5 years old, and were right there with me, and they knew I was sick, and I think they gave me some of their sense of when I go back into the hospital. You know, you have that, just that feeling of going back to a place that was really difficult. And but like I said, I would not have made it. I would not be here today if it wasn't without my family and my friends. And you know, Ronnie, I mean, check on me all the time, and Johnny. That meant a lot. And I mean, I try to do the same thing now to people that I have a relationship with.